room for 30 and all of this stuff, I was also making room to show up as my most authentic self. And what that looked like was spiritually, in friendships, society, with my family and relationships, all that good stuff. So that's really how, it started a little bit.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah.
so why now? What's so significant about this moment in your life that you are launching the book on your 33rd birthday?
Yeah, well, despite COVID-19 and all that, and I have a lot of good readers on this call, I really introduced, like in my introduction, I started off by apologizing to the readers because in my heart of hearts, I knew that I should have released this sooner because, truth be told, this project started almost 7 years ago. And that's crazy. Like I started writing, I was getting a little consistent, but you know how procrastination goes and all of that. Then life, you throw that in there. Um, it was this time, like there was no other option. So this year, I didn't make it an option anymore.
Hmm.
This was the year for it. And I also felt like God really told me that here, if you don't finish this now, that window is going to be closed. It's going to be closed, and that's it. So, I mean, you ain't got to tell me nothing else but that. And that really gave me that extra push. And yeah, I released it, and whew, it was a journey mentally, physically, emotionally, all that put together. But here we are. Here we are.
And I love what you say about consistency because when you and I first started our coffee shop hopping,
Please tell them
um,
about how we even got connected and the reason
okay,
why I chose you to really facilitate this.
okay, so just a little backstory about Tira and I's our history. So I don't even know how we got on a topic about coffee shops, but I love tea. And my job, we have flexibility, so I didn't always have to be like in the office. So Tira and I, we would meet up for
Uh-huh,
accountability to
uh-huh.
help us, stay focused.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah,
she
yeah.
had a list of like different coffee shops and stuff she wanted to go to. So the very first one we went to was called Crema in
Creamer.
Dunwoody. And
Yes.
I will never forget, like, I was really going through a lot. I had recently failed my license exam, and Tira was just such a beacon of light for me. She really inspired and encouraged me. And something she said that stuck with me that today is the manifestation of that is
Mm,
somebody is counting on you to finish.
yeah.
And, oftentimes, like you said, it's hard, but I think the biggest thing that you did, Tira, was you remained consistent and you finished what you started. So kudos to you for that. But yeah, that's a little backstory of
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Tira
yeah.
and I.
Everybody know I love coffee shop hopping. That's it. Criminal Minds, HGTV reruns. That's me. And
Yeah,
I think over the time that we coffee shop hopped, we probably went to like at least 10,
that's a lot of places.
at least, because I went to about 30 something. But yeah, 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 yeah. So ever since we remain connected.
Yes, we did. So thank you for that, truly.
Yeah.
And I'm sure everybody on this call has gotten a piece of you that is just going to be with them forever. So, my next question is tell us two things. What can the readers expect from your book, and who is it intended for?
Yeah, so whew, this book really challenged me because I'm so accustomed to doing like academic pieces and all of that, but you're not gonna get that with this book. I'm sorry if that's what you thought. If y'all thought I was gonna be writing another dissertation or something, that's not it. This book is really self-help, and it loosens the tight grip that many people have held onto about generational beliefs that
Mhm.
has one way or another stunted their emotional maturity or stunted your emotional maturity. So each page, I intentionally lace them with either humor, with frankness, you got some tears rolled up in there, but most of all, digestible life experiences. That was my goal really for this book, and it's for women. So I do hope that every woman that reads this book recognize the threads of womanhood that I have woven into the details. Y'all, I literally I've woven them into every detail. I really had you in mind. Really had you in mind. So who is this book for? This book is for every woman whose couch has been a place of solace to be three things: seen, loved, and heard. That's the gist right there. Yeah.
I love that. So
Yeah.
we'll do something, but I need you to agree to it first.
Okay.
Can we give them a little treat? Can you read
Yeah.
a little bit
Oh,
of
okay,
the book?
okay, okay. I was like, wait now, surprise, another surprise.
No, can they get a little treat to know what's in store?
Yes, 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 yes. So y'all, I'm gonna read the first chapter. It's not super super long, but I want you to really understand like the type of language that I'm using just to get the feel of what the overall book might sound like. This one is a little, it has a little bit of comical, you know, comical things interwoven, but it's titled "I'm Busy." Let me give you a backstory. So I'm busy, like a lot of women these days, they'll be like, oh, yeah, well, I'm too busy for this, I'm too busy for that. Well, I got you. I'm sure that you will find yourself in at least 2 or 10 areas that I address. So if y'all ready, I am. Y'all ready? I can't see no one, but I'm hoping y'all saying yes. Okay. I gotta put my little author voice on. Hey girl, hey, what you doing? Sorry girl, I'm busy right now. Can I call you right back? Okay, sure. Can't wait to catch up. Me too. Talk soon. Fast forward 2 weeks. Oh, you forgot to call so and so back. Sounds familiar? I cannot tell you how many times I have exhausted that line. The catch-all phrase, I'm busy, is overused and understood. But I am busy. Girl, bye. We avoid people, encounters, conversations like the plague, especially introverts. But my question is why? Here's what I actually mean when I say that I'm busy. Perhaps one or all of the following may register with you, and it's okay. Palm to back, rubs in circular motion. One, and I'm just going to go straight through it. I just do not want to talk to you right now. You call too much with nothing to say but randomness all the time in the middle of the day. We talked about this 10 years ago, and I'm starting to think that you just like to hear yourself talk. I want to talk to you, but would much rather do so in text form simply because I suck, literally, seriously, at multitasking. I do not want to be bothered. I am 2 pinches of unrefined extroverted salt in a crock pot of introvertedly flavored soup, seasoned to taste. I am preoccupied with my nothingness, and sifting through this art form will take some time, but less time than it would take me to have a conversation with you. I'm low-key embarrassed. Wait. I'm low-key embarrassed that I have nothing going on in life, and to explain that to you will be futile. I'm completing a few tasks that I have set up for the day, and those tasks need my undivided attention. If attention is not given, you can find me somewhere taking a nap. I'm either sleeping, napping, or unwinding from a rough day. I'm counting my coins this week, and your outings are always expensive. It is a knee-jerk and socially constructed response that seems fitting to say from time to time, I'm busy because, insert a grandiose response conveniently orchestrated with bells and whistles to lure your, dang girl, you're doing it, auto response. Ego stroking, pathetic, I know, pray for me. Next, people often assume that I am busy for the simple reason that I have an advanced degree. I say that I'm busy sometimes to suit their fancy. On the other hand, I get the I know you're always busy as a cop out for those who simply forgot to invite me to their IG story worthy outings. No love lost. Truthfully, I might have decided to remain on my comfy couch either way. Blink, blink. Yesterday in service, we talked about influence and valuing people. 3 points totally stirred my pot of busyness and how to relate to people. Therefore, I listed them below with my commentary. Number 1, demonstrate value by taking time with people. Learn to walk through a crowd slowly and notice the people in the crowd. In its simplest and most effective form, I would say that counseling is scheduling moments in which we take time with people to show how much we value them and their journey to successfully living their best life ever. Number 2, demonstrate value by listening to people. It is truly an art to actively listen without having a pre-made response queued up. Listening can take the form of consistent eye contact, genuine head nods that confirm understanding, or asking questions of clarity when we don't understand. We were born with a selfish mentality. It takes time to develop in this. And number three, demonstrate value by adding value. When I do one-on-ones with people, my favorite thing to do, by the way, I want to say, I want to always add value to their empty areas. I want to ask, what can I do to help people with compassion? How can I truly care about people? Collectively, I have learned that I still have a lot to learn. I'm going to be honest with people. I will value people the way God values them. I will be honest with myself. I will realize that there is more than enough grace for me in my weak areas. Yet, in the midst of all this incessant adulting, I need to be found somewhere showing up for people. Shameless plug, read the chapter to find out what I have to say about this.
Woo, girl. What was that like?
Yeah. Listen, I think I was at a point where I was at a point where, I always said, well, I'm busy, or, if I reached out to someone and, they always gave me that queued up response, I'm busy doing this, that. It's like society really got us to a place where that's a level to achieve, I guess. And it also, puts us in a space to avoid people as well. For me, I know that I have a slightly introverted tendency. Y'all don't tell me anything different. This is facts. So it was a struggle. It was a struggle to show up in spaces bigger than one or two people. It was a struggle also even teaching to, big crowds and that kind of stuff. But I had to get to a point where as I pushed past that and I didn't give people, the I'm busy signal kind of thing. And I just was real. I was honest. And, I think I also got to a point whereas I was okay with having something else to do, even when invitations were presented to me. Like, I didn't feel guilty after a while because I knew how to set my boundaries and I knew how to keep them too. So.
I love that. And I was looking at the chat box a little bit as you were reading. A lot of people identify with a lot that you stated in your chapter 1. So that just goes to show you that we were waiting on you to finish what you started.
Yes. And as I was reading, the different, meanings of I'm busy. There are little lines on the side for you really to check which one do you normally are your go-tos. What are your normal go-tos? And then I also have some, reflective questions at the end, because here we are, we're about to do this emotional work because we ain't trying to be out here just,
Right.
just being in life. No, we need to be intentional about our relationships, our families, our friendships, all that.
And like you said, just being real with where you are and what you're doing in that moment. So So let's get a little audience engagement. I'm sure a lot of people have some questions for you. The chat box is open. So if you have any questions for Dr. Davis, please type them in the chat box. We have 2 people that are monitoring those and will let us know what the questions are. But to start, I want to ask you, Terah, sorry. Okay, so tell us, how did you choose the title for the book and what was that process like for you?
Okay. So I chose the title based off of what is important to me now. So before, I told y'all earlier that I started writing about maybe 7 years ago, but again, I wasn't consistent in that way. So my first revision of this book, I was good and single, like good and single. So the first version was actually called The Waiting Room. That was the first version of this book. Then I found myself turning 30. So I had, this epiphany where I needed to make room to show up for myself more authentically. So then that birthed, again, Room for 30. Y'all, I just love rooms, I guess. But that was only for a year time period. So now here I am in this new year. I wanted to become a little bit more specific, not just making room, but identifying, well, let me put, something to it. What is in that room that spoke to me most? And It was relationships of value. And I shared many of those moments on the couch, like I did with friends, family, strangers. So that tangible piece of furniture really became my identifiable place of solace. Like if you got me on the couch, or, we got our coffee, we got our tea going on, like I knew that this was going to be some rich experience. So I never took it for granted. And I was like, you know what? When I talk about the couch, I'm going to be reminded of every single moment I've had with the women in my life who have impacted me beyond measure. So it was only fitting. And then the couch, where life happens. Life happens on the couch. Like you share all sorts of experiences on the couch. You share grief on the couch. You share proposals. You share all sorts of life events. So I wanted to really, capture that in my book.
I love that. Okay. So we have a few questions that came in.
Okay.
I can read it. So this question is from Lauren. She asked, what got you over the edge to complete the book? Writer's block is real.
Yes. Whew. I think I had to just, again, like I didn't make it an option anymore. So just as much as I would write down appointments that I would have, or, meetings that I would have for school, for work, for whatever the case might be, I blocked out those times. And it wasn't an option not to complete it. And I think because I got that, revelation that, hey, Terah, if you don't do this now, it probably will never be done. But I think what got me even to that space too was the fact that, Marissa, like what we talked about before, someone is depending on you to finish. So I started to feel the weight of the women that were expecting me to finish. And I didn't want to be held accountable for not really following through in that way. So it wasn't about me anymore. At that point, it really wasn't. And that's why even in my introduction in the book, I apologized because I couldn't start it any other way. I apologize to the women that, might have needed this 5 years ago, to the women that might have needed it last year because I procrastinated. So I think I wore that mantle for a bit, and this was the perfect time to finish. I mean, we're sitting up in COVID still. Everyone's working from home, and I'm like, all right, Terah, just carve out the time. Like, and that, I had to shift mentally, because everything within me told me not to finish. Everything within me told me not to finish. Moving from Georgia, all these life events happening, getting engaged, getting married, starting a new job. Life will always happen, so I didn't make it an option anymore.
That's so key to say that because, just a transparent moment, I have my final license exam that I've been trying to take. I think I told you this, but it's like everything was coming up back to back. And I kept pushing it off. And my mentor, she was like, listen, there's never going to be a perfect time. You have to just do it, because it's so many things that's going to come up. So I think it's so key that you said that, because
and I think in the pieces that I wrote them in the moment. So I wrote them in the raw moments.
Yeah.
Like I just had to, because I needed to capture every single feeling, every single doubt, every single question that I had as it relates to the chapter titles. And that's when I wrote the most. Yeah. So it was more so like earlier in the day, if I didn't do it early in the day, it wasn't gonna get done. No, because why?
Right.
So I carved it out, and I did it in those moments. So,
Okay. Well, thank you for that question, Lauren. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren.
So our next question comes from Rita, and she asks, what was the most difficult chapter in the book for you to write, and why? And I like that question because something I loved about your book was the subtopics, or the different sections that you have. Yeah. Let me tell you, you touch on so many things. So what was that like, having so many topics that you discuss in your book?
When I edited this book, I got chills all over again, because I started reliving the experience. Y'all, this life, like this is literally bits and pieces of my life and my experiences. And just a little background to help me answer this question. I have different categories. So I have friendships, I talk about society, I talk about religion, I talk about family, relationships, situationships, and I have a just me space. And I'm looking like literally through the content, and outside of the humorous chapters, I think X Cutter was
No,
very rough.
we're supposed to be watching Terah.
Right.
It's still light outside, honey.
Hold on one second. Okay. So I think X Cutter was, I'm just gonna pull one from each section that was really difficult, because I promise you I can't choose just one. So for friendships, I think the one that was challenging was when I talked about pride and how that showed up in my friendships. In society, the one that was most difficult was desensitized and comfortability. I even wrote, I guess, a bit of a tribute to George Floyd. So I updated it up until the time that I needed to, hit that submit button. That was very challenging to write. For religion, the most challenging piece was, what if I don't want to see the pearly gates? That was mind-wrecking to write, but it does have some twists and stuff going on in there. In my relationships chapter, I think the most difficult part was maybe, let's see, deep work. It's one that I have called Deep Work. That was very challenging for me to write and adjust me. Let's see. I'd say Sunbeam. I wrote that piece. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't get emotional. I wrote that piece as a tribute to a dear friend of mine. We danced together when I lived in Georgia. Her name was Sonia, and that I literally pulled everything out of me to write. So yeah, that was very challenging. So there you have it, y'all. It's a lot of moments of vulnerability, but we go up and down, just like life. We go up and down, and we bring it back and we center it. So yeah, I hope that really answers your question, Rita.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for that, Terah. And thanks for the question. So our next question comes from Lisa, and she asks, did you receive the healing that you were seeking, or is it ongoing?
Oh, I did. I am in a much better space than I was in 3 years ago or 5 years ago. And I think that was the purpose. Like I made excuses as to why I shouldn't write, why I shouldn't do this or do that. And when I put a final signature, it's done, to this book, I literally felt a release. And I'm like, God, it's in your hands. These for your women, like these for your daughter. This is for your daughters right now. And that's it. So I feel like now I'm in a space where I'm moving to that next space where I truly want to help women to be seen, loved, and heard, and to also help them get unstuck in areas that they might feel super emotionally, stuck in. So this has really, really equipped me for the time and space that I'm in right now.
And
so yeah, I had to.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, the last thing I was going to say is that I had to get it done because I needed to move into this space right here. Yeah.
I was just going to add to that with what you were saying. Like, it's interesting how God has us do things because it's, yes, going to help someone else, but it's going to give us what we're looking for. So if I'm hearing correctly, it's like you got your healing through finishing this chapter of your life as far as this book and what God told you to do. So
yeah, and it's crazy because in the beginning, it don't look like this in the beginning. In the beginning, I said I just wanted to, celebrate my 30th birthday differently. I want to be different. I want to start journaling. I want to do this. I want a coffee shop hop. I couldn't see this from that space. I just knew that if I take one step forward, he's going to light that path. until I get to that space where he's calling me to be. So that's what it is.
Oh, you bring that fire, girl.
A little bit.
Everybody out there good? Y'all good? I'm still going through the questions. So if you have a question, please type it in the chat box.
Yes, and we're really good on time too.
Oh, okay, yes. So I think we have 5 more minutes.
Okay, with some questions?
I don't know if you don't get to the questions. I don't know how you want to answer them at a later time for everyone. Let's see. What this message comes from Vernita, and she asks, what is the main message you wish to convey to your audience?
That's good. This is what I would say. The book, initially, when I started writing it, I said that it's for women between the ages of 18 to 35 because, you know, and I don't know if that was a little bit selfish of me in some ways, because I felt like those were prime years where I was working through, you know, all of that, you know, situationship, relation, all of those different factors of life. But I feel like for women who read this book, again, it goes right back to it. I want you to know that I see you, you know, I want you to feel seen in this book. It's no judgment in that type of way. And I think that's why I added those pieces of vulnerability. But I want women to really recognize where they are and not just sit in that space. So this book really gives you hope to not sit in that space. You know, to do the necessary work that you need to do. Ain't no shame in getting a counselor. Ain't no shame in none of that. And I come from the Bahamas, where, you know, growing up, it wasn't something that was accepted. You know, I moved to the United States to continue my education because it wasn't accepted. But I feel like when you read this book, I want you to experience emotional wholeness. We spend so much time on, you know, getting our bodies right, doing all of this stuff, you know, like we spend a whole lot of time on the outward part of who we are, and we neglect our soul. So I'm speaking to your soul in this book, really, specifically your emotions, because if you're emotionally healthy, you'll find that every single area of your life will be affected positively because of that. So get into the heart of the matter.
Okay. So I'm going to, I'll go back to Yolanda's question, but I want to ask Heather a question because I think it goes hand in hand with what you just answered. Okay. So her question is, so the name, The Couch, doesn't reference therapy? So I think her question is asking, is the couch meaning therapy? I don't know if you want to chime in, Heather.
That would be, I think I could tackle it from this point of view, and then you can let me know if she responds. But the couch, when I titled it The Couch, honestly, that would be too easy for me. I thought that it would have been too easy because, hey, Terah, you a counselor, like you teach about mental health, all of this stuff. I saw it initially as a cop-out, but I feel like, you know, when I got to that space of designing the cover, and if you notice, like you'll see like a coffee cup that's, you know, tilted over and it has like scratches and all of this stuff. The couch in this space represents women. Like for me, I could go out and I could present like, you know, just a bomb outfit put together and, you know, face bead, hair, all of that stuff. But you ain't gonna see this part over here where I got, you know, all sorts of spillage going on. So I started with the physical representation of the couch. And, you know, as I went on and on, I was like, yeah, I think bits and pieces of therapy is that. So it's more so self-healing in that way for those that might not want to seek counseling at this point. So I did infuse bits and pieces of, you know, a counselor-esque tone, but it doesn't overwhelm the book.
Okay.
That was intentional. That was so intentional.
Okay, so we have it's 8:40, but I'm going to put 3 questions into one. So I kind of was going up through the chat box. So someone asked, if you and Kingston are going to write any books together, are you planning to write any more books? And Yolanda wanted to know, what advice do you have for others that have a book on the inside of them? Ooh. So I don't know if you could answer all 3 of those together.
How much time we got? Jeez.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So you said if I'm going to write any more books, yes, in the corner of the book, I have Live with Life series because I do want to make a series out of this. That's me today. That's me today. Saying that. But I do know that, again, another reason why I had to finish this is because I do want to start another season of, writing and building out workshops, doing coaching, doing, all these things. So yeah, I could see a few happening. And we've talked about it, about writing together, just haven't really flushed out what that would look like, because he does have his book, I have my own now, yay. But yeah, we'll see. I got some things up my sleeve. I don't really want to jump on that just yet. So be on the lookout. That's what I'll say. And the last, I think it was something about inner, was it something?
Yeah, someone that has a book on the inside of them, what would you tell them, like advice to them?
Ooh, why is it still there? Like for me, why it was still there is because I was selfish for quite a bit of time. I did the work, I did, counseling, I did all of these things, but I kept it to myself. And what good is it for you to just keep it to yourself and not share it with anyone else? To me, it's like, I had to get graphic with it. I had to say, well, there might be a woman out there that's going through domestic violence issues and all that. And I had to literally start envisioning who this woman was that was waiting for me to release this book. And I think that really gave me that nudge. So I would tell that person to really identify, who is this book for? Because again, it cannot be optional for them. Like right now, they are literally searching high and low for what you have that you just holding on in the inside. And that's selfish right there. And that's a whole lot of pride too. I mean, I didn't call you out like that, but that was me.
Wow. We do that.
That was me. I think we have to stop desensitizing ourselves to humanity, where everyone is just out here, for their own, and I'm gonna just get it, I'm gonna just get my money and all of this stuff. No, like, what has God called you to do? What is your purpose? And that gentle nudge that you have within you that's telling you to write that book is not about you. Right. Like, how long are you gonna say no? Like, I kind of just went all but how long will that remain on the inside? Because as Lisa said earlier, like, to me, my freedom also lied in me writing this book.
Yeah.
So those areas that you might be stuck in right now, you might very well could be free by you writing this book. Like those struggles that you just fighting all the time, that might be your answer right there. And that's why I went back. It was 7 years or more, but I went back because I was like, I shouldn't be struggling with this still. I shouldn't be. But like God really said, Terah, when are you going to finish what I told you to start? Like, what you doing? When are you going to finish what I told you to start?
Wow.
That was that right there. Like, you asking for all sorts of different blessings. You want this house, you want this, you want that, but you ain't even do what you were supposed to do. So why would you be rewarded? And that's the gutter hard talk I had to tell myself. I had to tell myself that because I needed to get that sense of urgency again. I did. So yeah.
Ooh. Well, amen. You really gave it to us raw and uncut. And like you said, we need that. We need truth and honesty. And as cliche as it sounds, you and I, we talk about this all the time. There's a certain sauce that each of us on this call have that, Terah can reach an audience that I cannot reach. And that's why it's so important that whatever it is on the inside of you, whether it's a book, whether it's a business, whatever it is, you got to do it because people are literally waiting. Like their healing is tied up with your obedience. So please, whoever on this call is sitting on something.
Right. This is the year to release it. Just go and release it. Go and release it. Okay. I might be waiting for you. For real, because I'm out here trying to find certain things. I'm like, geez, I can't even, do I have to write this? Because I can't find it. And you might be right there holding on to what I need,
So So you know what? It sounds like we need this book. This book is going to break down so many walls and chains and years of trauma that we don't even realize we have pent up. So can you tell us how can we purchase this book? Because we need it. It's 67 of us on this call. We need this.
Okay, so y'all, this is the part where I got a little treat for you guys, okay? So right now, this is what I did. This is my gift to you on my birthday. You have up until 11:59 p.m. tonight to purchase a physical copy of my book. It's originally priced at $14.99, but I discounted it by 33%, so you can get it for $9.99 right now. Right now. And if you would like, I also have an ebook version as well. I got you two. Like, I know, we got a little variety going on. That was originally, or is originally priced at $11.99, and tonight it will be discounted for $7.99. So if people can put, Kenson or Taya can put in the chat, the link, it is www.livewithlife, that's lyfe.com/thecouch, and you hit that pre-order button. Okay, so that is how you can purchase tonight. You got the option of $9.99, $7.99. Okay, yep. And also on that, I have a free sample too to download as well. So I just doubled up already. I just doubled up on the gifts for you guys. And I know I got some of my Bahamian people on this call too. So I got you. I am literally in the works for making it happen internationally. So please message me if you are interested, and I will get that copy to you. That's me. That's it.
Okay, so ladies and gents, check the chat box. Talia, she just put the link up. All you have to do is click on it. It'll take you straight to their website.
Yes, when we get off this call. So right after we get off this call, boom, there you go.
Okay, so how can people stay in contact with you? You got so much going on. How can we stay up to date on what's going on in Dr. Davis' world?
What you trying to say? You trying to say I'm busy?
Or excuse me, Dr. Henderson, excuse me.
Yeah, it's been a year. It's been a
y'all. Kinston, I'm
sorry. Both sides. So I'm on social media, IG at dr.terah.henderson. I'm also on Facebook and LinkedIn as Terah L. Henderson. And I've also created a Facebook group and page. So if someone else can put this in the chat as well, specifically for this type of conversation. I'm going to be dropping a whole lot of stuff in there. But the title is Couch Talk, where life happens. That's the Facebook, the Facebook page. The Facebook group is Couch Talk, where life happens group. Okay? All right.
And that'll be in the chat box.
Yes.
Natalia, they'll put that in there.
Yeah.
Okay, so we want to engage with the audience again.
Yes, please.
We have 2 quick poll questions that we would like to present. So this one, it will appear on your screen. So it'll be a poll, and it'll be a question with different answers. So you will select the one that you identify with the most for each question. So Kinston, I think he's going to bring that up for us. Okay, so the first question is, what areas of your life do you feel stuck? In relationships, with family, in friendships, or professionally? And there's no right or wrong answer.
It's not.
Just want to see where we all are. So I'm going to go ahead and answer as well.
Okay.
So we'll take about, I don't know, maybe 20 seconds.
Yes. So select which areas of your life you feel stuck most. And you can select more than one. This is multiple. So, okay, they got about, it looks like a couple more seconds. Okay. 10 more seconds. What areas of your life do you feel stuck? That's a big question. That's a weighted question too.
It is.
That means I actually got to be good
What
and
day
honest.
are we talking about?
Right now. What comes to mind? Oh, we got a lot of professionally. Okay. 5 more seconds, and then we're gonna pop up the second one, okay? What area of your life do you feel stuck? All right. You ready?
Okay, so we're gonna present the results.
Okay. Yeah, I see it.
Wow.
Okay, professionally. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. All right, so let's get the second question up.
Okay.
Super quick, super easy question. The second question. There you go.
Okay, so our next question is, what type of goals do you have that you have not followed through on? Personal, professional, or relational? So again, what type of goals do you have that you have not followed through on?
This is pretty
Personal,
cool.
professional, or relational?
Whoa, that it's kind of close. Personal, professional, okay. Not follow through on. Type of goals do you have that you have not followed through on? Whoa, look at that. That makes sense. All right, let's give about 5 more seconds for those that have not voted. Okay, almost everyone. All right, I think we're good. That was a good minute for everyone to chime in. Personal and professional mostly. Okay. All right. Yeah, you can share it.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, all right then. Well, all right.
So based on those
Thank you.
answers, is it reassuring for you, like knowing like I'm releasing this book that's going to help people in these areas of their life?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's pretty much confirmation right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you everyone for
Thank you all for participating.
Yeah.
All right. So, y'all, I was so excited in the beginning and I forgot to do something. I don't even know if you even realized, but
I did, but I went with it.
And I was like, we all know Terah, but I'm sure there's some people on here that may not know her or just, like the reminders. So I just want to take a moment to read about Terah and just the wonderful woman that she is. Okay, so Dr. Terah L. Henderson is a former international student turned international educator who currently resides in Columbus, Ohio. She is a mental health professor who serves to teach master's and PhD students how to be the best mental health practitioners internationally. She received her doctorate in counselor education and supervision from Mercer University and is a licensed professional counselor and a nationally certified counselor. Above all, as much as Dr. T enjoys teaching, she is foremost a wife, a madre who so happens to absolutely love coffee shop hopping in her spare time and watching HGTV and Criminal Minds reruns. Her life work is to help women find balance after emotional rejection from parents. So I wanted to read that because my next question for Terah, I wanted to make sure that foundation was laid. So my apologies to the audience for being so excited. So with that being said, Terah, you have so many credentials. I mean, you're beyond qualified. If I wanted to connect with you to receive some coaching services, workshops, stuff like that, how can I get connected? Like, are there any services you provide to help me, say, one-on-one or something?
Yeah, so kind of sort of, let me tell you what it would be. So this is the part 2 then to, again, my gift to you. So I would really like to offer a free group coaching experience to the motivated women that are on this call. The reason being is, again, like we looked at the poll, we saw the results. It's time for us to really get unstuck, achieve your goals, and find personal success. And this coaching experience would be designed to help you get clear, get focused, and get moving on your goals. So for anyone that is interested in that, again, it's free. It's free 99. I will send all who are in attendance an email invite to sign up for more details. Okay, so that's a starting ground right there, if that is something that you would like to do. So yeah, thanks for asking that question. That was a good one.
Okay, so I just want to thank all of you all for joining us today. Terah prepared so long and hard for this. Our very first meeting it was the conception of the couch. And so for me as a friend, I can't even put into words what this moment is doing for me right now. It's motivating me. It's also showing me how faithful God is, regardless of the circumstance. Y'all, I was there when she first talked about Kinston. It's just, I love that. I was able to just watch her, and I'm sure there's a lot of people on this call that could say the same. So thank you for being here. She is beyond honored that you are spending your Thursday evening with us. So thank you. Did you have on your end, Terah?
Yes. So I do want to thank my fave, aka Boo, over there somewhere. Oh no, he was behind the scenes. And K June for pushing me to always complete what I started. I think that was also a catalyst, for me completing, or they were also, very monumental in me completing the couch. Like, y'all don't know, but KJ was up here making edits and stuff. Like, he was making sure the page numbers match, all of these things. So I brought in everyone really to help. So they were like my double set of eyes. I want to thank Yolanda Harris, who wrote the amazing foreword to my book and who I have shared countless hours on the couch with. My awesome book reviewers, I think I've seen everyone, on the call. Quan Seagal, Dr. Tommy Odom Lawson, Dr. Nicole Bryant Baker, and Kristen Beam Cheney. Thank you for being my awesome reviewers. Marissa, yes, my friend and sister who did not hesitate, y'all. She didn't hesitate to accept my invitation to be the host for my birthday book launch. So fun fact, yes, it started with you, Marissa. Really just coming together with that. For Atalia, she don't like to be recognized, but I'm gonna just put her on blast right now. Atalia Cash, my longest childhood friend who has stood beside me in more ways than one. She is behind operations and all of the promo material that you see here, that's here on social media. That is Atalia Cash. The videos, the banners, the pics, all of that, that's her. I mean, I'm kind of, creative, but I'm going to give all credit to her because she truly, truly deserves it. And to everyone who said yes when I reached out to help me market the book and this movement, like it literally blew my mind. To Teron Howell, today is actually his wedding anniversary. So this is, I think he's on the call, my impeccably gifted graphic designer who accepted all of my requests for multiple revisions until we got it perfect. So thank you, Teron. To everyone I've coffee shop hop with. So I see y'all, thank you. To those that I've shared my couch with, a cup of coffee or tea that I brewed just for you. Thank you for gifting me with the beauty of sharing life conversations with you. And for those that I am going to share those moments with, I thank you in advance. So, yay.
So thank you for that. I just got one quick question. So today is your birthday, right?
Yes, it is.
Did hubby get you a cake or anything?
Tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Wait, no, what? I thought it was tomorrow. Oh, no. tell y'all this man right. Oh, what, really?
So we can try. It might be a mess, but we're gonna try to collectively sing "Happy Birthday" to Terah on the count of 3.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday
to you. Happy birthday to
dear
you.
Tara.
Happy birthday to you.
Love you, Terah.
Hey.
Love you.
You can't even make this up.
Blow
You
it out,
can't
though.
even.
Blow it
Oh,
out.
hold on, wait. I was trying to see everyone's face. Okay.
Woo! Woo!
I'm trying to see everyone's face at the same time. Oh.
But yes,
This-
we love you. Happy 33rd birthday.
Thank you. Oh, and it says the couch on it.
Kirsten.
Oh, this, you hear that? He said, good, Kirsten.
You know that.
Thank you so much. Well, this has been the best birthday ever. Quarantine or not, like for real. I mean, I can't even say like I can't. Like I told myself I'm not gonna cry. So I did pretty good. Thank you all. Thank you so much, Krista.
Thank you. So Terah, it was a few questions we didn't get to. So I don't know if you want to maybe later at another point, maybe do your own Q&A so you can answer those. So if we didn't get to your question, we apologize. But I don't want to speak for Terah, but she can try to answer those for y'all at a later
Yeah,
time.
I'll collect them. I want to see them all.
Okay.
I want to see them all. Hey, Quan, look at Quan. Yes. Oh, oh. So I see Nikki. Oh, look at my mom and dad. Look at them. Look at that. Oh, hey, my Kimberly, Heather. My God, Heather. Japri, Tarina, I can't see your face. You trying to? What's happening? I can't see your face. Okay. Ashley,
You can see it, you just
Yolanda.
can't see it live.
I just wanted to see your face. You see, you just couldn't know. Charmaine, my aunt Charmaine. Look at Jasmine.
Hey,
Oh, man. Hey, Kristen. Hold on, I'm trying to put this down. Miriam, hold on. Oh, look at Hey, Mia, look at me. Mia, you just joined. Oh, look at RJ. Y'all, that's my godson right there. Cordice, Rita. There she go. Mercy, Mary. Oh my gosh, that's my Mercy. Look at them. They're so grown. Tawana, Giselle, Tommy. Okay, I can't see any faces. Look at Laura. Hey, Laura. Oh my gosh, Megan, Fantasia. Wow. Courtney, Brenda. Whoa. Oh man. Did you take a picture of that? Yes. Okay, good. Good. Because I'm looking.
I'm on it,
Kakia. You on it? I know you are. Aaliyah, Janelle, Kajul. Kajul, I wish I could see your face. Saliba. Oh, look at my uncle. Chrissy. April. Oh, look at April. I mean, we can't see April, but hey, April. Christine, Karen, Rita. Oh man, Tanyika. Yeah. Thank y'all. Okay, I'm not gonna call off everyone's name because y'all like, look, it's after 9 o'clock.
No,
I
this
want to
is a
keep
big
y'all.
deal. This is a big
It
deal.
is. Wow. I'm just kind of scrolling through to see. Shannon. Oh, nice. La Daisy. Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah, I think I got through all pages. Yeah. Woo! It's done. Like, it's done now. It's like, wow. So
If you purchase, you all, please leave.
yes, so it is live now. It's after 9, so it's live now. Yeah, I'm excited.
Read and make sure you let her know your thoughts. She would love, your raw thoughts and emotions.
Yes, absolutely. This is only just the beginning.
Okay, this was fun.
And Lisa, turn on her camera. Hey, Lisa. I put her on the spot. Where? Alicia, I can't see. Wait, where? Oh, it's going over the thing. Hold on, wait, let me see. Oh, Alicia. Yeah. Okay. She told me she wasn't gonna turn on the camera anyway, so I ain't even gonna do that to her. But I kind of sort of did because I
So
did.
everybody needed to know my business. Okay, that's fine.
Yes. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, so please feel free to share. You guys have been doing like an awesome job, helping me in that way. Yeah, but what else? I'm missing anything? Oh yeah, my hashtag is join Dr. T on the couch. That's my hashtag. That's what it is. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Well, all right. I'll see y'all. Thank you again.
Thank you.
Bye.
Oh, look at all their little hands waving. Okay, I'm done. Y'all know I love it. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for spending your evening with me. This really meant a lot. I will never forget this. Marty, are you waving at me or who are you waving at? Oh, me. Okay. It looked like she was.
She looking to the side.
Yeah, I was like, where are you looking?
There we go.
Alrighty. Yay. Oh, reader number 2. It's both readers. Nice. Yes, RB. Reed Bradford. Hey, Leandra. Okay, now I see you. You all just, she got her good clothes on, babe. She got her good clothes on. Hello. She just staring at the screen. Leandra. Hey, girl. You got your good clothes on. You came dressed for the party. That's what you did. Okay, I appreciate it. Mercy, this is like a I'm not gonna put it on blast either.
It's a virtual background, so you'll see it, I gotta teach right after this, so I don't want them to know that, I don't have to see
They don't have to know.
Her fingers, because like when you wave,
I don't move in class. I just sit like this.
So your arm don't disappear?
Yeah.
I'm like, That's so cool of the virtual. Yes. You typing in the chat and I just shout you out, Yolanda. You don't recognize your name? You don't anymore? Is that what it is? So will I be able to do? How do we collect the chat stuff? Because I want to see everyone. Ataya, are you able to do that?
It sends you a copy when you save your recording.
Okay.
Yeah, it saves you a copy as well.
Because I do want to go back through it. Yay!
You can go through the chat box too.
Yeah, I don't know. Does it take the chat when you do the recording, Mercy?
Oh,
yeah. It'll save a video, it'll save audio, and then it'll save the chat separate.
Okay, awesome. I wish I could see Kino and Kia, but I see their picture, so that's good enough, and I appreciate it. You see, look at that.
I see.
I just love almost putting people on blast, but not really, I just wish, it's just a wish that I have.
Maybe she was see.
Would you say? Oh, yeah. I definitely. Look at you, Loaded. Look at her.
Mom and Dad.
Yes, indeed. I mean, Crystal. Oh, Crystal and Aaliyah, y'all. You couldn't show your face either? Is that what it is? Okay, I'm done. Just make my heart smile. Social media page is not sure. Okay, Tier got to log off. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot in the chat. Yeah, I definitely gotta save that.
Yeah, I want to go.
Hey, Crystal, now I can see you. You're okay. Now I can see you, Crystal. She's like, I'm gonna pop on and pop off. All right. All right, guys. Well, we are out. This is pretty awesome hanging with everyone.
It's been a beautiful evening.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
We love you.
Love you too. Thank you so much, Marissa. Like, right.
What you say? I mean,
I
didn't hear
got it.
nothing.
I understood what she said.
Oh, I said anytime. I'm here for you.
Oh, I didn't even hear you, but I just flowed with it. I was like, look, I know.
Oh, I wasn't saying that. I was mouthing it.
Oh, see? Look at RJ. Mia, I don't want to. Can I see RJ?
Oh,
Thank you.
sorry.
Thank you.
He's a little cranky, but
Oh.
sorry.
RJ.
Congratulations and happy birthday. You know, you
Bunch.
doing what you do best.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You know, see?
Oh, no, not today. Okay.
Well, congrats again. We love
Thank
you.
you. Thank
And
you.
enjoy the rest of your birthday.
Yes. This is the main one. Yeah.
Hi, Kinston. Hi, KJ.
You something else.
What?
You just something else. Anyway,
All right, bye, y'all.
bye
hate this
everyone. No, that's not believable in any way. In any way. Jay's iPhone. Okay, there we go. Oh, is that from work?
Yep.
Hey, Karen. Oh, I didn't even. Oh, she just popped off. Let me see. Yeah, she did. Yeah. Oh. I really wish I could have seen Kino and Kia's face. I just,
Wear hair, honey bunch. Wear hair for you.
I was waiting for you to say something.
Hair the entire time. Congratulations and happy birthday.
Thank you. I was like, you're looking right at me. That's why. All right. All right, bye. Final time.